The main reason I like writing tests for my Laravel applications is that it gives me confidence, not just now, but on into the future, that my code is working as expected. But there's a secondary benefit to writing tests, and that is they serve as a form of living documentation of how the system works. But that living documentation really will shine if your tests are readable. So that's what I want to talk about today. How can you make your tests more readable so that they not only give you the confidence the code works, but they're a living source of documentation for other developers trying to understand how the system works. Let's take a look at an example. So here I have a test. Let's just look at the name. It tells me what it's doing. It's testing an index method, and it's mainly focused on the idea that it's supposed to exclude soft deleted users. And so there's some setup here where I create an active user, and then I created a deleted user, which I can see that is added to it. I'm fetching that route, and then here's really the crux of the test. I'm asserting that the data passed into my view, this user's variable, contains the active user, but I'm asserting false that it contains the deleted user. So that's a useful test. That makes sense. Now let me run this test just to prove it's working. And sure enough, it works. But I would argue this test is not as readable as it could be. So the first question I would have when looking at this test is why am I setting a name? Why am I setting an email address? Why am I setting a specific created at timestamp? Is that important? Do I have to have a certain date here for my test to pass? Well, it's not really related to this test at all. In fact, if I just delete this whole array here, let's just clean that up, and I come down here and I delete these three fields as well, if I run my test, it still passes. So that's already better. I've gotten rid of some extraneous fields that really distract from the purpose of the test. It doesn't matter what the name is. I just want to make sure I get the active user back and I don't get the deleted user back. Could we go a step further? I think we can. The next thing I might wonder as somebody reading this test, why was this date chosen? Is that important? We know it's not. The test is just trying to prove that we're filtering out any soft deleted users regardless of when. So how could we not distract the user by putting in a specific date? Now you might be thinking, well, should I use randomization and just pick a random date? I don't like that either. What I would do is I would get rid of this, and instead I would lean on a factory state. So there's one called trashed that comes with that soft deleted trait that I added to my user model, and it will just give me a soft deleted user. I don't even know what date it's going to set. It's probably going to pick now. I don't care. It's not relevant to my test. The factory can do what it needs to give me a user in that state. But now, reading this test, it is very clear to me, I just need any trashed user. I don't care when they were deleted. So let's just take a look at this. Yes, it still passes. So those are two pretty small improvements, but they really make the test much more readable. So I would encourage you, take a look at your own test suite. See if you have any setup data or any unrelated things going on in your tests that really distract from the purpose of the test. If you can clean those up, this isn't just about saving lines of code, but it's making the test more readable and more focused on its true intention.